I like to laugh. I like to meet people who can make me laugh. I like having fun. Yes, I like to laugh. I like having fun to meet people who laugh. Good morning, everybody. Happy July 4th. It is July 4th, 2020. And I couldn't be more excited to be broadcasting right here, right now, on Office Hours Live. Come on! Wake up! Wake the fuck up! Wake the fuck up! This is a cool new vibe I got going on here, guys. Right in there. Doug, you checking this out? Look at the monitor. Watch this. Wake up! I'm right in your house. I'm in your living room. I'm on your big screen TV. I'm on your phone. I'm in your ears if you're listening on headphones. If you're listening to the podcast, welcome. Thank you guys so much. I love it. I love it. Maron. I'm still getting used to these in-ears. Feels a little bit like I'm underwater sometimes. Oh, heaven help me. Heaven help me. Give me strength. Let me know which way to go. Heaven help me. Give me strength. Let me know which way to go. Let me know which way to go. Let me know which way to go. Let me know. Heaven help me. Let me know which way to go. Mamma mia. C'est la vie. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you. Whoa, wait, they're early. Where's my...
They had to fly this way to fly back over.
Okay. They're stalling in the parking lot up there.
Yeah,
they're
exactly. They're circling around Long Beach.
Okay. Stick with us, folks. We've got a tremendous show today. We have Megan Koester at Born Feral on Twitter. She's a comedian, a writer, a blogger. And a guy that I believe belongs on Mount Rushmore of comedy, if we're talking comedy prior.
George Washington.
It's a
Charlie Chaplin. Charles Chaplin. W.C. Fields.
Ulysses S. Grant. I don't know who you are or what you're fucking on about.
Larry Charles. Got a man with two first names. It's We're going to be doing the world premiere of the Dennis DeYoung, formerly of Styx. His new music is coming our way. So much to get to. Your calls. It's going to be a tremendous show.
Tim,
Welcome.
real quick, it'd be a cool mashup of Sticks and Stones. Somebody should do that.
Well, Doug, you were very mean. I sent you this link to this song, Dennis DeYoung, formerly of Styx. It's called With All Due Respect. And you said stinks. You wrote back stinks with a Y.
Boom.
That's mean.
Wow.
I'll give it another shot, Tim.
Also, big news today. Listen, I'm not a fan of the song either, but we're going to listen to it. We're going to talk about it.
The pounding.
Let's get through this quickly because we have so much to do today. It is our July 4th episode. We'll be off next week. I'm going to be taking the family up on a road trip to Montana. I'm not going to give you the address.
Bro.
I don't care.
Should we do the city of the day? Or quick announcements here. Let me get my bearings here. Obviously, we are still building our Patreon community, so check us out at patreon.com/officeHoursLive. I am deep into the Solo Years podcast, which is the sequel to the Beatles podcast I did with Eric Natornicola. We are recording that, and that will be launching in the next few weeks, I believe.
Rocket, man.
We've got tremendous shirts available now, and pins, and everything you can imagine under the sun. So go to officialofficehours.com for that. And if you're a fan of Tim and Eric, awesome show, great job, which featured the editing styles of Doug Lucenhop, one of our members of the Holy Trinity, you'll remember a product called Bow from, I think, season 1, episode 1 of Awesome Show. Really one of the foundational moments in the show's history. We are currently raffling off the baffle. It is a baffle. And we have only a few hours left to go to submit. We did these auctions, which were a huge hit, but a lot of people were upset because they can't afford to even enter the arena to get a chance. So now it's more democratic. This is a $10 raffle. Enter the baffle to enter the raffle. And if you get in there for $10 now, we got less than 2 hours to go to submit your name. And it's for charity. It's going to the Innocence Project, again, because we like what they're doing. And another group, which is eluding me at the moment.
What's the Innocence Project? Is that where they get these criminals back on the streets?
You already did that shtick.
I do my drops over and over, and again, I do my jokes over and over.
You're a broken record, Doug. But speaking of doing this Beatles podcast, I had a major victory yesterday, a major success, which a lot of people are already starting to pat me on the back for. I noticed as I was doing my research on George Harrison on the Apple Music site that 3 of his classic albums, All Things Must Pass, Living in the Material World, and Extra Texture, were listed under compilations, not under albums. Which was very frustrating, and it's confusing. And I happen to have a connection at Apple Music, a guy that works there and helps them. I guess I don't know what he does there with he helps artists master it for Apple Music or something.
Apple? It's so low.
Guys, it's so low. Anyways, folks, this is the big story. I wrote them. I said, this is not properly arranged. It's a mess. So within the day, ladies and gentlemen,
dumb bastards,
it was fixed. It was fixed. They fixed it. They went in there and recoded everything. And my message to all these streaming services is, why don't you hire like a couple of record geeks to just go through, just like all their job is just to like search bands, make sure everything's working properly.
That's
is it
very
so hard?
interesting.
Anyways,
But Tim, like,
go
the
ahead.
music's
Doug.
still there. If they want to hear George Harrison, no one's going to be like, well, this is compilation. I guess I'm not going to listen to that.
No,
record."
it's just that I was looking for that album and I couldn't find it. I just scrolled down and Living in the Material World, which is
records.
What?
1,000% on my Metacritic score is 1,000%.
Go what?
It's not there. I'm like, am I nuts? Does the record not exist? And then I had to do
Nice,
more
bro.
searching, and it was a big mess.
No.
And then it hurts like those
Okay, what
record
is it,
plays.
Vic?
Like I mean, it just hurts that album. You know,
It
like,
does,
the
and they
algorithms,
suffer
it's
because
not
of
fair.
it.
It's not fair.
It's not fair to Donnie and Olivia, his wife,
Yeah.
and the entire Harrison clan are very upset
Think
about
about
this.
the streaming.
But I don't get
profits
any
they could have
award.
had.
I don't get any awards. I don't get any recognition, and nobody pats me on the back except you
Why
did,
not?
the audience.
No.
City of the day. City of the day.
There we go.
Uh-huh.
City of the day.
See, we're moving things along quickly today.
City of the day. Ain't
Bitch on
much more
that.
to say.
Are you not?
No, it's the same.
Oh, weird.
City of the day.
Folks, City of the Day is sponsored by Jacoby and Myers Ice Cream. Jacoby and Myers. Jacoby and Myers, the world famous personal injury law firm, is now offering a line of delicious ice cream. I know you may be thinking, Jacobin Briars? No, it's Jacoby and Myers. 4-star personal law firm, just in time for summer. Enjoy entire cold case of flavors. They have
weather's hot.
innocent until proven green tea. Almonds are greeted equal. Bailiff's Irish cream, recessed pieces, banana split decision, cookie dough versus Wade, crookies and cream, buttered PX Con, solitary confined mint, 12 angry M&Ms, the electric cherry, supreme tart, jury of your pears, Paul Banana Manafort is a delicious flavor, kind of a banana flavor. Rum raisin and objection, Marcia Mallow Clark. Pistachio, O.J. Simpson, and Jerry Garcia. Limited time offer. Act now and get to jacobyandmyers.com/ice cream/office hours to place your order. How do you get it? Place your order. How does that work, Matt? You order ice cream online and they deliver it to you? How does that work? Does it come in a freeze-dried box or something?
Yeah.
So I'm excited that Jacoby and Myers, they're a national law firm. I've used them many times in all the accidents I've been in. I've been in several accidents. A lot of them were my fault. I've had a few drunk driving accidents where I've rammed into somebody because I was wasted. And Jacoby and Myers stepped it up. They made the difference.
They got you out? They got you...
They expunged my record, ladies and gentlemen. They expunged it. 3 DUIs. Once I was on this highway in Philadelphia, and I had a night of fun, a night of mirth, and I had several beers and whiskeys and tequilas, shots, and I got on the highway 676, and I passed the hell out. I blacked out actually. And next thing I know, I'm being arrested and taken into court, and it caused a major multiple car pileup on the highway there. Many people hurt. Citizens arrest! But Joe Jacoby himself stepped in and said, "We are going to right these wrongs, sir. We are going to challenge. We're going to fight this all the way to the Supreme Court if we have to." Thank God for Jacoby and Myers. And now they have ice cream, so we're blessed.
They sent me a couple tubs.
They got you tubs?
They know I like ice cream.
Yeah, what did they send you?
Thankfully, I haven't been arrested yet, but they sent me a few of their flavors they're working on. Convicted melon.
Convicted melon.
Members of the jury. You know, like it's cold.
Members of the jury.
Rainbow pervert.
What?
Has pictures of famous sex pests like on the carton.
Rainbow pervert. Marron.
And there's another one that I like. Remember, you are under oats, and that has oat milk in it.
Okay.
And it's fat-free, so there's no guilt.
There you go. No guilt.
Yeah, and my favorite is the court has been adjourned.
Yes. What flavor is that?
That's vanilla.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doug, did you get any free samples or anything?
that one was my favorite flavor, actually.
Was
that yours?
Yeah.
I stole yours?
You stole mine, and I didn't know we were doing this because half of the ones you said, Tim, I wrote.
I know.
I didn't know we had our own little solo section.
Well,
I stole Doug. Sorry about that, man. Sorry.
Guilty
Guilty as charged.
All right. The city
Innocent until proven green tea.
Yes.
Which
That was yours.
which is my favorite flavor.
Jacoby and Myers ice cream is back. The city of the day is El Cajon, California. El Cajon means the box in Spanish, which is fitting because the city is located in a valley surrounded by mountains. Matt, we were going to reveal the code here, but the code cracker himself has not identified himself.
He disappeared on me.
Maybe he's not confident in what he's found out.
Tim, I have a question.
Go ahead with the questions.
I asked Matt earlier.
I need you to call into the Zoom link, Doug, if you're going to ask me a question.
Was there did somebody crack the first code and then you changed the code?
No, it's still the same code.
Same code, okay.
I think somebody out there has cracked the code. They posted something online about it, but they have yet to publicly release that information.
Okay.
So it's still up in the air.
Do you all really believe this?
Let's take a call real quick, and we can take a few calls, and then we'll begin the drop funeral, which is the big event that's going to happen today. We are going to listen, folks. To everything turn. There is a season turn.
I got drops.
We have to, from time to time, I think, do a little brush clearing, do a little spring cleaning.
Go away!
And make sure that the show doesn't start running on its own fumes, breathing in its own fumes, whatever. So there's been a few drops that have I've noticed, have been overplayed or maybe inappropriate, insensitive to certain people. And so we opened it up to the groups, to the Patreon group, and said, listen, folks, we want your input because this is a collaborative community. This is a community of peers. Piers Morgan and others. So who wants to jump in on this conversation? Who has a strong opinion about this that can provide some sort of a representative of the community out there? Anybody want to raise their hand? And Juddy, you were the first to raise. I'll respect that. And I ask you to unmute respectfully. Unmute yourself. And then we'll have you join the conversation, Juddy. Juddy.
Hey, fellas.
Hey, Juddy. All right. Well, let's not spend all show on this. Juddy, what was your feeling about the drop funeral, vote, and where are you at with this? Quickly.
Well, I feel the same way about this as I feel about all these statues being ripped down.
Oh boy.
I resent it. I don't like the world changing at the pace that is. As you can see, I've got M tattooed on my arm. That's MAGA.
Oh, that looks like Motown.
That's what that is. You can tell by my hat.
Is that the Motown logo?
No, well, the guy told me it was MAGA.
Okay.
Well, that's what people said, but yeah.
So if you had to drop a drop, Juddy, what would it be? What if we had a gun to your head, which we will soon? We have people outside. We have special forces outside who are going to take care of that.
Tim, I won't do it. You'll have to go to the next caller.
Okay, bye. If you're not going to have fun and play along, then Dewey's going to be up next. Dewey Walter.
Next caller.
What's up?
Give us your thoughts on the drop controversy, I guess we could call it. Quickly.
So to get rid of a drop, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we have to.
Let's take a call.
Yes, we have to. Yes, we have to. What do you think, Dewey?
I'm like Dylan.
Get rid of it.
I think it's run its course.
It is definitely. First of all, it's so disrespectful to me.
We need to respect. We need to respect Father Tim. No
Thank you,
more
Dewey.
of this.
I have so many great ideas.
Down on the father.
I'm okay with that one. Gay man living in Paris. I don't like that one,
so
the
many
gay
great
man thing, because that says the only thing that you think is funny about that is you think it's funny to be gay, and it's not.
Don't look at me. That's not wrong.
Shit. All right. Well,
Right
listen.
on, brothers.
Unfortunately, that wasn't one of the contenders. The
Come
votes,
on.
Matt. Give us the vote tallies and give us the deal, Matt. Producer.
Sure,
Matt.
yeah. Well,
Quickly.
we ran the primaries across all social, and it narrowed it down to Vic's police siren.
Vic is identified as the police siren.
Do we want to hear that quick to make sure we
Quickly, go ahead. Annoying, and also triggering.
And we also had a Great Ass by Al Pacino was one of the primary results.
Are you serious?
Yeah. A lot of people
I
didn't
used that
like
like 1 or 2 episodes maybe. I don't even
Don't shoot.
I don't even know if I have it. I think I just look it up on YouTube and I do that one.
I don't know. And then of course hard pan baby crying.
Oh, I gotta go this way. If I want to see, sorry, I'm just trying to get Doug in the shot more.
That's hard pan baby.
People, that's a very controversial
Hi, Uncle
one.
Phil.
I think that's a very controversial one because of not necessarily. It's the way the sound works within. It's like it's panned or something, so it only
makes it
comes
sound
in
like it's
here.
in the room behind you or something. But
right.
And then the fourth one was pickle drops, which I was very surprised.
Yeah.
Pickle drops don't get blocked,
No,
as we all
that's-
know.
yeah.
So
that can't go.
Do you want to hear the?
So the official.
That's the primary.
That's
and then
the
we have
primary.
The final vote.
The final vote is.
Should I go down the list? Give you all the percentages?
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
That's what everybody
of
wants.
course. So police siren was the winner with 54%.
The loser, if you will.
The loser, yeah. 54% of the vote. That's.
It's a plurality.
I think it was the volume thing, but
It wasn't. I fixed the volume now.
Now-
Now it seems like kind of pleasant to me.
I kind of like it now.
I think people were suggesting that it was.
Well, if you get rid of it, I have
pro-cop or
I have a replacement for that. If
People
you want.
think it's
wait,
pro-cop.
Or do you want to?
Unless you have a replacement too.
I got I got replacements.
You
Okay,
want
I'll
to hear?
save mine.
You want to hear the rest of the results first?
Sure.
Sorry.
I mean,
hard pan baby crying was second with 24%.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna milk it until I.
Yeah. Well, now
you know,
you've just poked the bears. You've just poked the hornet's nest, folks. And now it's going to be all-out war. Okay, so let's say goodbye to the police siren. One last run of that, Vic.
Okay.
Hit it.
All right, I'm deleting it, everybody.
It's gone, everybody.
It's gone.
It's gone. No more sirens.
It's gone.
Defund the police. I saw another one of these police videos last night, not to change subjects dramatically to something grim and depressing, but guy wasn't killed, but this guy was from a year ago or something where the guy gets like tackled down to the ground. Did you see that one?
Yeah, they grab him, they throw him down on the
It's
ground.
insane. He's like just standing there and he's like, I didn't do anything wrong. I don't know what you're talking about. I was just trying to get some money out of the Western Union or something. And it's like a dash cam thing. And the guy's like,
I saw that, yeah.
And the guy, there's this big
the body cam
idiot sack of shit, mountain man looking fucking piece of shit pig that comes right behind him and bear hugs him. And then the other guy's like, put your hands behind your back. And the guy's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I can't put my hands behind my back. You're bear hugging me. Don't do that. And then they throw him to the ground. And it's like, you know, it's just like I said, it's domestic terrorism. It's all it is. These guys are out of control. We're not shutting up. We're not moving on. We're not moving on. It's still a nightmare out there for people, and we have to continue pushing for change. Folks.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Why don't in this day and age don't the cops have some kind of like Batman style like thing where they can just
like swoop in?
You know, like throw like some kind of like grappling hook cable around their legs and just immobilize people without having.
Why don't they just let the guy go? Why don't they go?
I
say,
mean, not for that guy, but when they're
or anybody else, just say, "Oh, sorry, buddy. You know what? We got a call in that there was somebody prowling around here. Doesn't seem like it's you. Be on your way."
Not that guy. Not that
no
guy.
danger. He's some kind
of modern lasso where they could just like
chain
they could
lasso. They can just throw around.
That won't be abused.
Then they don't have to touch them.
That won't be abused.
Well, they don't have to murder people. I'm saying
they can just go for the ankles.
Humanely, just stop someone.
Well, I disagree with that.
Innocent as they are,
vehemently, and shame on you.
That's the sound of the police.
Please stop this defund the police abomination before someone gets hurt.
Who else is on the line? Who else?
Why
wants
is
to talk
Hillary
to
Clinton
me?
not in jail?
Micah Stone. Micah Stone is so excited to speak. Let's let him have the.
Every single one of you.
Let's let him have the last word. Let's let him have the last word.
Did you just start? Oh, big fan, guys. All of y'all. While this just happened, there was like a police situation. My neighbor phoned and said there was a guy in their backyard. Me and my brother go to check it out. It was so weird. And then all this is happening.
Okay.
I don't know. Sorry, I didn't really have anything to talk about except I love you.
Thank you, buddy.
I thought he was doing a bit.
Yeah, what was the guy doing in the backyard? He was just there?
Well, there was three of them apparently. The guy in the red shirt showed up on camera, but like, yeah, cops are chasing them right now. I'm not even sure.
Okay, where are you calling from?
Get inside, man.
Where are you calling from?
Wichita, Kansas.
Okay,
Yeah.
be safe. How about Jen Choi? Jen Choi.
Hi.
Jen Choi, what can I do for you today?
So there's a lot of I'm calling from Brooklyn.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of there are a lot of fireworks going off every night, and everyone thinks it's some like cop retaliation.
Yeah, what is the deal with
trying
that?
To keep the neighborhood. Yeah, I mean, do you think there's any legitimacy to that?
Yeah,
Matt,
what do you think of the conspiracy theory?
Well, Matt, you sent us a link about that the other day. Producer Matt here, it was on his radar. And what kind of, is there any, I mean, I know there's the sort of the tactical concept of, you know, terror, psych op kind of terrorizing, you know, what's it called? The book from Naomi Klein that she wrote, Shock Doctrine, of just fucking pounding people with misery and just breaking them.
Pounding.
Is there any real evidence of this? Because I'm in where I live. I haven't really heard a lot of fireworks, but I know Doug.
I'm gonna say in my neighborhood, it's crazy. It's the most fireworks ever. It's like a war zone.
It wakes me up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, and they go really late, and they're the biggest fireworks available.
Yeah.
By the way, you know people when I talk about like defund the cops, and people come at me and say that I'm just this rich elite, out of touch Hollywood celebrity. They always say that I live in a gated community. Can I just get on the record here and say I do not live in it? Do you pass through any, Doug? Do you pass through any gates to get to my house?
Well, we have to swipe in. It's more of a cave kind of thing.
Yeah, you travel through a mountain. There's a mountain pass that you go through. There's
Deep state.
But so Jen, what is there any kind of physical evidence here? Does any of the shrapnel from the fireworks say property of NYPD or anything?
I haven't checked, but we do live down the street from a police precinct, and there's fireworks going off every night, and they're not doing anything about it, but that's fine. I think the fireworks are fine. I mean, it was really shitty in New York a couple of months back.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've been on the record for years now as a dog owner of being very anti-fireworks, and I hate them. I hate them, whether it's the cops or regular people or whoever. I think it's the sign of very, very low intelligence. If you're interested in bombs and things blowing up and lights and noise.
It's for like 12-year-old boys.
But as a dog owner, my dog would have massive diarrhea whenever fire. And freaking out and shaking. And then, of course, you have all kinds of veterans out there who have PTSD, and I guess there's a place for some kind of coordinated, But I know it's not a popular opinion, but it's becoming more popular, I think, because it's no place for them in a civilized society.
There's a video. There's a video of the fire department in Brooklyn setting off fireworks.
Well, there you go. And if there's evidence, if you have physical evidence, I will examine.
They could just do like laser shows. Like those are not loud. There's no bangs or anything like that. Wouldn't that be
just
simpler?
have it be have it be July 4th, and that's it.
Just that day.
Pick one day and do your stupid fireworks.
Jen, I don't want to single you out here because I want to because over the weekend Trump had his rallies. And I think for whatever reason, it was the first time I heard him say Kung Flu. And it really fucking made me so angry. And it made my mom angry, too. And my mom is not the most liberal person in the world. She like flipped out. And it was like, I can't. What else do we need to say anymore? What else do we need to say about this guy when he's up there saying Kung Flu, and he said it again? And it's like, what? How do you defend it?
In a church.
Right? And so, I'm just curious what you thought about it. I don't want to single you out because you're Asian, but it just felt sick. It made my stomach sick.
I mean, whenever I hear things like that, he's trying to get a reaction. He's trying to provoke, and I just try to not necessarily ignore it, but keep focused on the goals that are beyond the racism and the hate.
Yeah, but it's such an easy thing to show people. Like, oh, he's not that bad. He's not there. Look at this. How do you defend it? How do you rationalize it? Somebody says, well, it's just a joke. Well, what's fucking funny about it?
No, he says he does not kid.
Well, so I don't know. It just really pissed me off. Well, and it's going to get worse.
Tim, he's probably doing it.
The rhetoric's going to get worse.
He's doing it because he knows he's going to trigger people like us.
I know, and he's doing it.
We got to not be triggered by it.
Right.
Here.
What?
I mean, he's just trying to get press, like the more headlines he can get, the more think pieces he gets written about him, the more his name is out there.
Yeah, then that's
But what I hope is happening is people like my mom who are not incredibly liberal, they're kind of middle of the road, they're fully turned off by this shit. They fucking are disgusted by it. And I hope there's more people like that. So talk to your aunts and your moms and your dads and be like, you can't feel good about this. This has to make you sick. Or there's something wrong with you. And you have to do more than just kind of tisk and shake your head and say, Well, he's whatever they say, whatever defense they have. So I don't know. I just wanted to bring that up. It just pissed me off. Really put me in a bad mood. And they did it again. It was just like, oh, now this is his mood. This is what it's going to be for the next 3 months.
Let liberty ring.
Anyways.
Yeah, racism sucks.
Racism sucks.
Well,
Jen said it first.
Tim.
Jen, be safe out there with those fireworks.
Bye, Tim. Thank you.
Are you going to celebrate the 4th with some hot dogs or what?
We're vegan, so maybe some veggie dogs.
There you go. What part of Brooklyn are you in?
Greenpoint.
Oh, God, I love Greenpoint. The Polish people.
Yeah.
Matt used to live near there. I used to live near there. McCarran Park. Pierogies.
I like that.
No.
All right, that's enough.
All right, bye-bye, Jen. And your friend. Oh. Everlast. How about...
Let's, it's already 10:30. We got our...
American chick.
I got to talk to my special guest, Megan Koester. Megan.
Is that the lyrics?
Yeah.
What up?
What up? Look at you with your gaming headset on.
Yeah, dude, I'm a fucking gamer, man. I'm a racist. I hate what you just said.
Are you, is that a real hat or a digital hat?
No, it's real.
It's so weird.
And I got,
because
for the holiday, I put some American flags in my fleshlight too.
On your fleshlight?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Listen, I wanted to break the ice with you. I have this painting.
Yeah.
I have this painting that I bought during my Art Friday awareness that I was doing. And
what's up?
I was drawn to this painting.
Support the arts, yeah.
Because it's beautiful. It's a beautiful painting. I don't know if people can see it. The artist's name is eluding me, unfortunately. Unsigned piece of art.
I'm just going to wait for you to figure it out.
No, then we'll be here all day.
Susan Sage is the name.
What's her name?
Her name's Susan Sage.
Susan Sage. Stop it, guys. So I found this online, and she sent it to me, or she said, like, check out my art, and I bought it. I bought a print. I mean, this isn't a painting; it's a print.
This ain't the orig.
But I was like, who is this? This person reminds me of someone. She looks very familiar to me, and it is actually you. Come on.
That is me, yeah.
I mean,
get
how cool
no
is that?
residuals from the sale of the painting. Love it.
Why doesn't
Didn't sign a waiver either.
Why doesn't SAG cover portraits of people? Is this a SAG eligible painting?
Why? I think it's after eligible, so it got grandfathered in. I think is what's popping off.
So your shirt says "fuck Amazon." Well, what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? The Nile?
Walmart.com.
What are we supposed to do? The Nile?
99 cent only, man. Come on, dude. If you're not going to 99 cent only and buying all your fucking paper goods and shit, you're flushing your money down the toilet. And grocery outlet, bitch. There's one in Burbank. There's one on 6th Street. There's one in Compton.
I saw one a store that's been around for a while, but I just noticed it on my bike ride yesterday in Glendale. It was a $10 or less store. I was like, in my day.
I have seen that store.
In my day, it was $1 or less. Now they've got $10 or less stores, and it looks like the same crap.
Well, it's 99 cents or up or $10 or less. Either way, it's the same shit.
I gotta say, my friend Lil Mama went to the $10 or less store. She said she found it wanting. Not great
stuff. What are you drinking there? Bug juice?
Mm-mm. I'm drinking diluted Gatorade.
Ugh. Why are you putting that in your body?
What are you allergic to hydration, bitch? You drinking coffee?
Call me bitch. This, you know what?
I'm taking it back.
You crossed.
I took it back.
What you did is you crossed.
No,
the line.
I'm taking the word bitch back. I'm gonna call you bitch. How do you like it? How do you like being a bitch in comedy, Tim?
Listen, can't we find some common ground? What can I?
No, man. Hashtag comedy is over party. Okay, dude.
Oh, can we
it's
please?
Fucking polarized.
Can we please end comedy?
Sorry.
Can we just stop doing comedy? Can we go back to?
I hope I never get booked again.
Sowing the
for
fields. Sure. Can we just go back to sowing the fields and discovering new lands?
Sowing the fields.
I mean, we have. Let's take Utah for example. It seems fairly unpopulated. Why don't we go up there and colonize and start communities up there? I don't know. I'm thinking outside the box. What
we'll
can
take
we do?
Utah.
What? How many regrets?
Pivot to TikTok.
How many regrets do you have about, as a younger person, deciding to pursue comedy in your life? Is it something you look upon with regret and shame and say, shouldn't I have done something else?
No, well, I mean, I do do else. I do else because I don't make money in this disgusting infernal business. So
you're a celebrated journalist.
According to whom? According to everyone on Reddit, I look like Ayn Rand.
You've written, you've received many awards. This is an office hours tradition.
Name one.
Well, this is an office hours tradition that Neil Hamburger started, where we just announce that awards have been received. But you're the enemy of the people, are you not? With the press, the press badge. Were you out there in the protests covering that or experiencing that?
I mean, I was just being a human being in them. I gotta say though, dude, just got COVID tested.
Give it to
bitch.
us. Oh, we got good news every day. We got good news every day. Every day we hear the good
Anybody
news
that needs
coming
a test
your way.
gets a test, and the tests are beautiful.
It's a beautiful day to be, you know.
I got tested as well. It came back semi-positive.
Your testicles.
And they want to throw God's wonderful breathing
Well, we got to let
system
Doug and
out the
Vic
door.
get this
I got
shit
the
out of their
antibody
system.
test.
You did?
Sadly, there's no antibodies in me.
Okay, so you never had it.
You didn't.
I thought I was hoping I had it and I could be done with it.
What's going to happen, Megan? About will stand-up return? Will things go back to normal?
I hope not.
You hope not.
I hope not.
Will you be?
Just let the TikTok kids take over. Fuck it, dude.
Dude,
I'm
can we
done.
talk about the TikTok situation? Because Vic found this whole world where these like 13-year-olds are watching video, or they're impersonating a Vic Berger video.
Well, I didn't find it. Brendan O'Hare showed it to me.
Well,
I don't understand TikTok because I'm old.
So humble. Yes.
I'm just telling you.
Who cares who found? I'm just saying.
Because people use it and call me a creep or something. But there's a lot of creepy stuff on there.
Vic's on there trolling.
I'm
at
on
night
there
looking
all
for,
the time, looking
for TikTok stuff.
There's no creeps on the internet. What are you talking about? The internet's my safe space.
Yeah,
I've never met one creep on the internet.
How much do you spend? How much time do you? Chaos back there. How much time do you spend online, Megan? On an average day?
On an average day, I would say maybe about an hour.
Get the fuck out
But when you think about the fact that, when you think about the fact that I'm only up about 5 hours of the day, that's probably like the ratio is pretty high.
That's a pile of bullshit.
Well, you sleep throughout the day?
I am clinically depressed. I do sleep a lot. I check books out from the library on my iPad that my friend Aunt, her old iPad she gave me.
Okay.
I'm reading the book that Huel Hauser's cameraman wrote, Louis, right now.
What's
Did you know that?
No. What was the deal with it?
Well, it's just-
Are we canceling Huel Hauser?
Okay.
No, we're not canceling Huel Hauser. We're celebrating him, man. I've
Okay,
been watching
good.
a lot
I
of
was-
Huel Unrecorded.
I was hoping it wasn't like a tell-all that he was actually a piece of shit or something.
Nah, dude. Although I got it, Louis did say my favorite detail thus far is that every time they would drive somewhere, they would do it in silence. So they'd be driving like 8 hours
Really?
to, Hayward or whatever.
That's strange
And they would
behavior.
just do it in silence.
That is some strange
Yeah, well, I
behavior.
mean-
He's got to save up all his talking for when
Huel
he
was a
gets there.
Marine.
Shush. Shush.
Exactly. That's what's up.
Huel was a Marine. A lot of people don't know Huel Hauser. He's a kind of a California phenomenon. I don't think it went national or international ever. But he would
Look
be.
it up, dude. It's on YouTube.
It's all on YouTube. It's kind of
Click
like.
out of this window.
Yeah, goodbye,
Go to
everybody.
another YouTube window.
There's
How do you
no
spell
reason to watch
Huel?
this show.
Yeah.
I think Huel will like it if you look it up.
I'm not acknowledging that.
Douglas.
Huel would go. He was kind of the
You are
inspiration
going to
for Check It
die.
Out with Steve Brule a little bit because John was like, we should do a show. We should put Steve out in the world, and have him interview people like Huel does. But he was brilliant because he would kind of go in there with a child's mind. He would just be kind of like, wow, this is where they make toilet paper? How do they do it?
Look at that.
He was so fascinated by everything under the sun. It was very relaxing. And
my favorite Huel line is he like went to, the desert where there's a bunch of big ass rocks and he just says, look at that. We got rocks coming right out the ground. That's what's up. Rocks coming right out the ground, dude.
Dang.
Big rocks, dude. Look at
Man,
that.
they're coming right out of the ground. Woo! Megan, you're from California.
I am.
It's wild.
Well, I'm from like the wasteland part, like how in between San Francisco and Los Angeles, it's all that like wasteland.
Central
that's just
Valley.
one truck stop. Yeah, I'm from Central California, so it's like people think that Reagan was a real cowboy.
Fresno?
And,
Fresno?
No, I mean I spent a lot of time in Fresno.
Oh, who hasn't?
No, I'm from a place that didn't even have a damn mall, man.
Oh shit!
Still don't have a mall.
It's a deep state. What did your folks do up there? I don't want. This is not a Mark Maron interview. You know what I mean? I don't really know if we need to go into the whole deal.
You want me to tell you who my guys are?
Who your
I
what?
can tell you who my guys are if you want.
Like now
Who are your guys? Who are your guys? Like, who did you come up with? What?
Fuck, man.
There was Tony
Maybe I'm just too old for that
Sandwich.
shit.
What did I road dog? Tony
man.
Sandwich.
I was
Louis
kind
Anders.
I was doing this shit on the last week's show in the After Hours world, but I was making fun of I saw some video. It was like some comedian on the Joe Rogan show, and he was like the way they talk about stand-up comedy is so seriously. It's so boring. Like I'm working on my new hour. They're always talking about working on a new hour and chunks, and it's like it seems like obsessive compulsive or something. It's like fetishy. Like it's got to be painful.
This is
got to go through a
craziness.
journey, and I got to do sets every night.
Right.
And I don't stop until until it's perfect.
Can't stop grinding. I walked through a desert to get to this premise about getting my dick sucked.
And then this
you don't understand.
Yeah. And then I gotta do my hour and tape my special, and then I gotta build it back up again.
What up?
I gotta start from scratch.
And then I gotta go back to the comedy condo and I gotta watch commercials so I can write jokes about how crazy the commercials are.
That's the way to be right there.
I'm
a house cat, not a road dog, dude.
I gotta crack the code. There's a low hanging fruit about how the differences between men and women that I haven't solved yet. I gotta get down to the root of the chunk.
Yeah.
We can do it.
I got my opening chunk.
That's the way to be right there.
Chunk.
Yeah,
like
chunk.
that.
All this talk of chunk, and also the obsessiveness of like I gotta get up. Shut up. What's going on back there? Oh my god. Folks,
Reopen the rooms, dude. I'll get Hughley'd, man. COVID me, man.
Dude,
I need the stage time.
I gotta get up because I'm working my hour. And I gotta get up somewhere, and I can't. I've got a lot of notes. God, it sounds so humorless. It sounds like the opposite of fun and comedy and humor. I like to have fun. I like to laugh. I put no thought or work into anything I do. It all comes naturally.
Yeah, I mean, I stopped caring a long time ago because even when I cared, nothing came.
I like this line that I heard about. Leonard Cohen said to Bob Dylan. Said, or Bob said, "I like that song of yours, man. How long did it take you to write it?" And he goes, "Oh, about like 4 months." And then Leonard Cohen said, "How long did it take you to write that one?" He goes, "About 15 minutes." As long as it takes to listen to. Stop laboring over everything. Just go out and do it. It's not going to be good or bad. It's just going to be whatever it is.
Bob Dylan's your dealer.
Yeah, man, I've written scripts while blackout drunk before. Anybody can do it.
It's easy.
That's what's up.
It's the whole idea. The whole reason we got into this world is because we don't like to work. We don't like to. We're bad students. We're bad at homework. I was never good at focusing.
Tim, you got to record each set, and then after the show, go listen to your playback and take pen to paper and take.
Well, how's it sustainable to stay up that late every night and then right? I mean, I don't know.
I love to laugh. I love to smile.
Anyways, I gotta move the show along because it is what we do is a dynamic, wonderfully constructed show. This is
Need I
almost
say
like
much more?
the Johnny Carson show. Johnny wouldn't have somebody
I
like
hardly
you.
got to talk about being a woman in comedy
sorry.
at all. You didn't ask me about being a woman in comedy, Tim. What the fuck?
Because I don't look at you that way.
What do
I look at you as a human being.
Don't I think about movies?
I am woman, hear me
Who's a
roar.
human being?
Tell me, I look at you as a human being. Okay, I do not see gender. I do not see color. I do not see age. I do not see lips. I just see
really beautiful.
ideas. Megan.
Okay, honey, baby.
What up?
It's such a stressful, terrible time for everybody, including me.
Oh yeah.
But maybe no one more than me.
Oh my God. I forgot that you also suffer. That sucks.
Let's remember the suffering I go through.
Oh my gosh.
I had a wonderful experience. I was talking to my. I'll tell this story later. I don't want to get
What?
into
You
it
can't
with
leave us hanging.
Do you want to hear this story about Paw Patrol, Megan?
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
What is Paw Patrol?
Because you're a
before you
breeder,
say that?
so like you got your kid likes Paw Patrol or some shit.
I'm a breeder,
Is that what you're
right?
talking
Because you don't like you don't want to have kids. Is that correct? You're done.
I'm sterilized, bitch. They lasered them out. Boom, boom.
They lasered them out.
Boom.
You're gonna be some old lady. You're gonna be some old wretched lady going like,
I wish I would have had children. I wish I could.
You know how many fucking I could get a kid right now. I could walk out the door, get someone's kid they don't want, bring it back in here.
this sounds like child trafficking. You're into this child trafficking, aren't you?
I'm a little bit of a CT bud.
We
CT
finally
bud.
found one. We've got a live one, folks. You know what? This Zoom room is loving your appearance. I think this is an A plus appearance, right, gang? The guys, it's all guys, by the way.
That's my target demo, dude. I'm
Guys
a fucking guys gal, man. I hate women.
You should bill yourself as Megan Koester, the guys comic.
Hey guys, new rule. Let's not let women vote anymore.
Why don't they let guys smoke cigars at the Comedy Store? I mean, what is the deal with this?
I don't know, man. Dude, the Comedy Store, there's malevolent energy there, man. The toilets are black.
Dude, I know. That place is the worst. They should turn that place back into Ciro's. You know, it was like that's where that's where Jim Morrison used to hang out. That's where Jim Morrison used to hang out, folks. It is rotten there. It's all black.
Is that supposed to be a good thing that Jim Morrison hung out there? When he wrote his dumbass poetry about the other side or whatever.
I'm like David Crosby. I hate Jim Morrison. I'm on the right side of history there.
That's what's up.
New drop.
Mm-hmm. Crosby.
I'm like
up.
Crosby.
Poser, dude.
By the way, that interview with you got to read that interview with David Crosby in Rolling Stone. It's sad stuff. He's not doing too well. Anyways, I have no control over what I'm saying today.
On that uplifting
Paw Patrol.
note.
Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol. Yeah. What up?
So I was having this kind of nice. It's kind of like a good-natured debate with my mom about the whole statues and everything. You know. Can I talk? And she's like, she's very understanding of the situation, but she kind of went down this road of like, where does it end and the slippery slope and, is everything up to be canceled? And she was like, like Paw Patrol. They're canceling Paw Patrol, which is a kid show that has cops, like a cop and a fireman and everything. And I was like, wait a minute. That's not true. I don't think that's true. And she goes, it is. I read it. And I go, you have your phone there. Google that for me. Let me see where you're seeing it.
Send me the link.
She goes, I'll find Paw Patrol canceled. She does it. It comes up. Has Paw Patrol been canceled? She goes, there, see, it's been canceled. That's all she sees, the words Paw Patrol and canceled. Then I take the phone. It's Snopes, and I swipe up, and it says false, big red false block. No, Ma. Do you know how I was doing the jig in my living room when I found that? Boom!
Because you're happy because they still let the dog be a cop?
I'm happy because I was right.
Have you ever seen an area where a statue is
hot
removed
dogs,
and you
right?
look at the area?
That's like kind of your thing?
I love hot dogs.
Cop dogs, man.
Cop
a dog
dogs.
that's a cop, man. A violent dog.
Dude, I love that movie
A violent
Canine.
fucking dog.
Remember Canine with Tom Hanks? And then, no, Turner and Hooch. So they had Turner and Hooch.
Yeah, that's about a dog. Yeah.
Turner and Hooch is Tom Hanks and a canine dog. And then they also came out with Canine with Jim Belushi. And it was like one of those back in the times when they'd have mirror movies that would come out, like 18 Again and Father and Son. They'd have these kind of, it seems like they were just making two movies. Now, Megan.
What?
How many?
What's one of my favorite? What's one of my favorite Kindler jokes? You asked.
How many voice characters? How many cartoons do you do voices for that you are now going to be exiting from now?
Honestly, I hope that everybody dies or quits or gets canceled, and I'm the last fucker standing, and I can finally get some paid work. I'm tired of selling shit on eBay.
All right, Megan. All the best. You're a friend of the show now, so you're welcome. I think we should have Megan in studio soon when we get back from our break.
That's what's up. My time's worthless, man. I'll be there fucking yesterday. Let's go.
Peace out. Peace out. That's my new thing. Come on, let's do the flyover. Wait a minute. Don't just... Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen?
I think they're ready.
Are they ready? They
just signaled they're ready. Just flash their lights at us.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in from the west, the beautiful Blue Angels to celebrate the National Independence Day. They're coming in! Wow, look at them come in. There they go, boys. Thank you.
They're dropping the fireworks on the children. They're dropping the boxes and boxes of fireworks down.
This is beautiful stuff. Okay.
Too bad.
Okay, so you guys are playing that Neanderthal clip of the guy showing how Neanderthals might have talked.
Elliot.
Yeah, Elliot. It's a great clip.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, Megan was great, huh?
Yeah, she's really good.
Doug?
Oh yeah, she's
Bring her
great.
back.
I thought she was terrific. She came in with a lot of energy, and she's funny, and I'm just glad that she was able to contribute. Check her out at Born Feral on Twitter if you're a Twitter user.
Saturday.
We're gonna have
Saturday.
Why? Why that clip? Why?
I wanted to hear it.
Okay, you wanted to hear it. What's all right, we've got a few minutes before our big guest Larry Charles calls in. Do you want to talk to this guy with the Grateful Dead opinions?
You're talking nonsense, mate.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
He's got 5 minutes to make his case.
Hey, Tim, how's it going?
It's going okay. I'm going to try to be respectful to you. I'm going to do my best, but I have a short leash. I'm on a short leash today.
I'm trying to be as respectful as I can. I'm going to make my case. Please don't cut me off. I listen to the show. I know that you will cut me off if you get too heated. I realize I'm going to go toe-to-toe with you on this issue, and I'm just kind of nervous that you're going to bark and yell at me. So
I give you nothing but peace and love, and unfortunately, there's not going to be a lot of time for this. But
I'm warning you.
Here, the floor is yours.
Okay, okay.
The floor is yours.
So I just don't understand how I know you as a musician and as a guitar player. How does someone who plays the guitar not respect like the interplay between all these other guitar players in the Grateful Dead? Like they play like these 20-minute songs that change keys, and the musicianship of the Grateful Dead is unbelievable. And I just pulled up a YouTube clip of you crapping on them, and it kind of offended me a little bit.
Okay.
Is this even worth discussing?
Let's go. Who's next?
It offended you.
Yeah, because you're a musician, and so I'm just, as a fellow musician, I want to like.
Make a good
I know
point.
I probably can't convince you to like the Grateful Dead, but you know, they're also so intertwined with pop culture, and they cross paths with Bob Dylan even.
Worst record
like,
Bob Dylan ever put out was that Dylan and the Dead live recordings. The worst one he ever put out. There's not a lot of argument about that. There just
that's
isn't
an
a lot of
opinion.
argument
I mean,
about
that's
that.
an opinion.
I mean, Empire Burlesque is probably not.
Well, there is. I mean, yeah, it's an opinion argument.
Why can't the Grateful Dead harmonize together? Why can't they sing together?
Wall of Sound.
Yeah.
They can absolutely sing together. They're amazing together, Tim.
Sounds like they try.
That's the wall Trump
so
should
good.
build.
I prefer the Phil Spector's wall.
They built a
of
wall
sound.
of sound.
Under your logic,
They built a wall.
Under your logic, if you got to respect the musicianship and how great they are, why don't you crank in Pavarotti, one of the most beautiful vocalists of all time?
Yeah,
How come
dude.
you're not celebrating his music on a daily basis?
Yeah, why aren't you
why
listening
aren't
to
you cranking
Pavarotti?
the Pavarotti?
I know. I'm a little. Frankly, I'm a little offended that
I'm
you
not-
are not a big Pavarotti.
I'm
fan.
not familiar with. This is
The
what I
three
was
tenors,
afraid about.
all
I was
three
afraid
tenors
about you
are
getting
harmonizing
offended.
together.
Thank you, Doug. You have to be my surrogate
just,
here. I
like,
can't get into it.
Yeah. All three tenors. Why aren't you wearing
I'm
an all
not-
three tenors background? Why does it have to be Grateful Dead? They're great musicians.
I don't know any Pavarotti. They don't pop up on my. Tim, I listen to your music.
So he only likes
and
what pops
you
up.
know that these,
Do some research, man.
These streaming services.
Read a book.
These streaming services pop up. See, this is what I was afraid about. I was afraid someone was going to get like, but like I listened in Glendale, okay, and I listened to that, and it popped up, and I was like, who is this? And then it kept playing, and guess what? Most of what I listen to on my streaming services are the band and Grateful Dead.
I like food.
And so I'm just asking you, Tim, like, just open your heart a little bit more to the Grateful
I tried.
Dead. I feel
I tried with open heart, with an open heart and an open mind. And there are things that I do like about them. I mean, I do like some of their songs. I think Jerry Garcia is a fine musician. I like his voice. I made a playlist.
Like his ice cream.
I made a playlist called Tolerable Dead, which is about, I see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. About 12 songs that I would listen to occasionally, that I would tolerate. But all the jamming is just what drives me.
Yeah.
I can't stand the jamming. Here's one I like. What is this?
Really? But
Scarlet Begonias?
But as a musician, don't you like jamming?
No. You know what the band said about jamming?
You don't like jamming with friends and stuff?
No. What are we doing? The blues? What's the change? I mean, what is
No,
jamming?
it's jazz, Tim.
I don't play
It's
jazz.
jazz,
I don't know
man.
how.
It's
I'm
like
not good
taking-
enough. Stop for a sec. Now it's my time. And you're winding me
See,
up
this is what I
before I
was
talk
worried
to
about.
Larry Charles. Shame on you for winding me up before I talk to Larry Charles.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And I want to have a respectful conversation with him, and now I'm all upset.
Go what?
But listen.
Okay,
Listen
I know,
to me.
I'm sorry.
Listen to me carefully. If you look up the quote that the band, it was Robbie Robertson or somebody said about jamming. You know what they said? They said, we don't jam. Okay? We have songs, we write them, and we try to get them to sound as good as possible, and we record them. And then when we play live, we play them as best we can. We don't sit in there noodling around, wasting time.
Self-indulgent.
Self-indulgent, masturbatory.
Can I just...
And...
Before I go
ahead.
Like... I don't want to bring down the mood anymore, and like, I know you got to move the show along. I just want to share with you a quote. I don't know if you're familiar with this Jerry Garcia quote, but as a musician, I think that you would really relate with this quote. He compared recording to fitting a ship into a Coca-Cola bottle. He said that when you're playing live and jamming, like with your friends or whatever, or with your band, being the Dead, you're at the captain of the ship. You can change directions any time.
Good.
But
I'm happy
when you're
that he
recording,
had that experience.
No, I'm not. When you're recording, it's like fitting that ship into a Coca-Cola bottle.
Let's get Larry
So it's
Charles
like,
in on this conversation.
That's why their recordings. That's why their recordings aren't that great. That's why the recordings are good.
Larry Charles.
Hi there.
My God, stop playing
Hello,
everything.
Tim.
Stop playing everything. Larry Charles is here. This couldn't be more exciting. We've never met.
No, I'm very excited to meet you. Hi.
Hi. I can't believe. First of all, the nice thing you said about me on that I don't know if you were joking. Maybe you were joking about being.
I wasn't actually. You are one of the few people who is so original, so out of the blue, that when my son actually turned me on to Tom Goes to the Mayor and then the Tim and Eric show. And I was literally, from a comedic standpoint, blown away and still am.
Jeez.
What you do is so original that I'm a true admirer.
Well, we got to let you go. We don't want to get into anything more. That's all I wanted to hear. No, that is so meaningful to me, and I'm almost getting choked up because you are, like I said earlier, you belong on the Mount Rushmore of comedy for me in the past 30 years, the work that you've done. And before I even got into making comedy, you were this presence that I knew about, that I saw, because of your look, because you got the beard, and you're kind of like the what's his name, Rick Rubin of comedy or something. There's something kind of unique and special about you that is, it's a cool. I think it's.
Come on.
When you're looking at something like Seinfeld, and there's a certain kind of button.
It's called laziness, by the way. I'm lazy.
But that's great. But there was something kind of that made Seinfeld not just kind of cool because of your involvement with it. Just even seeing you on the periphery or knowing that you had something to do with it was like, there's more to that than maybe is apparent right away. And people always go, Tim, you must hate.
Thank you.
People must think about me and Eric and Doug and us like, you guys must hate comedy or you're anti-comedy or any of this shit. I love comedy and I loved Seinfeld and I still do. And Curb Your Enthusiasm and all. Here he goes. Anyways, you are at the center of all that, man.
Thank you. I consider you you make me laugh out loud, Tim. So in all that you do. So even though you may be anti-comedy, you're part of a very grand tradition, starting with Andy Kaufman and through Sasha and. What you're doing is just very, very distinctive and super funny.
Thank you. And I reject the term. I reject the term anti-comedy. There's no meaning. It doesn't exist to me. It's just because it's just like it's our kind of comedy. It's what we do. But sometimes we make fun of comedy.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Sometimes comedy itself can be made fun of. But what do we want to talk?
It needs to be parodied. I agree.
You're first of all, I was looking you up. I saw that you grew up in in Trump Village in Queens. How is that? You've been around the Trumps literally your entire life, and now you are amidst in the sinking ship along with the rest of us. But that's kind of a funny.
I can't escape. I can't escape the Trumps. Fred Trump, his father was a pervasive presence in Trump Village.
Really?
The man looked like Satan personified.
Oh my God.
He was a really, really scary person. When they opened the Little League field, I was on a Little League team, and Fred Trump brought Donald Trump, who's about 10 years older than me, brought him at that time when I was about 10 or 11 years old to Trump Field for the inaugural ball game there. And I remember the two of them standing there with their big, long, black top coats and their weird hair. And even as a 10 or 11-year-old, knowing that these people were somehow or another freaks,
Yeah.
I just didn't know how.
You smelled some rotten fish there. Right
no
away.
question.
Thank you, Ed. Well, listen, first of all, I don't know. I want to talk about so much stuff, but I don't want to just make this a rambling thing. But I last night rewatched Masked and Anonymous because I saw it when it first came out, and I got Bob on the brain because he's out with a new record, and I'm very public about this. He's my favorite artist of all time. I mean, of any medium. Maybe Da Vinci. I love Leonardo da Vinci. I love his sculptures.
But he's in that. He's in that. When you think about artists that survive their time and transcend their time, and that we still talk about, that's a very small handful of people. That's Shakespeare. That's Da Vinci. There are not too many artists who survive their time, and Bob Dylan will be an artist that survives his time.
No question. So how did that? I mean, you tell me how much you want to talk about it, but how did that first come about, and what was it like? Because watching that movie, it seemed like very challenging as a director because of so many personalities, so many, like, you know, John, everyone you could think of that seems like they might be hard to work with is in this movie. John Goodman, who else?
John Mellencamp.
I'm losing my mind about this. John Mellencamp's probably in it. I mean, what about how stressful and hard was it to make that movie, or was it a blast? Oh, he's muted. Sorry. Uh-oh. Can someone help me?
Oh no.
Sorry, Larry, you've muted yourself, or we've lost your audio.
Oh, I think it's on his side. Yeah.
Can you check your audio, sir? This is a shame. Do we have subtitles? Hold on. The audience is waiting. Do you have ask? Hold on. Let me say ask to unmute. Hold on. Wait. Stop playing drops for a second. You know how it goes when we're in this situation.
Let me unmute.
Okay, hang on. Wait. Now can you speak? He's muted. Something on your end, Larry. Unfortunately, has your audio. He's now grappling the phone. He is now holding the phone, and maybe he has laryngitis.
Okay, let's try again.
It's a good loop.
Hello, Larry?
Yes, hello.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Mummy.
Wow.
Ba-ba-da-bum, bum, 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 ba-dum. Thank God. I am so sorry. We were on a streak of tech-free shows for a while, and you know that streak only can last so long.
I understand.
It's challenging.
I'm a kind of a technophobe myself, so it's tough.
It's tough, and we've built this thing from scratch, and no one really knows what they're doing. We're trying our best, and we're all relying on these third-party things like Zoom. Sometimes it works, sometimes they change their settings. Anyways, we're talking about Masked and Anonymous. I mean, where do you start with that? I love it, and it's crazy to watch it now because it feels like it was made yesterday, in a way. The subject matter with this revolutionary times and people on the streets, and you know, it feels very ahead of its time in some ways, but it does. I was sort of sympathetic and feeling.
If you listen,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, if you listen to that new album that you were alluding to before, you see that continuum in his ideas.
Yeah.
Just like the movie could have come out today, Rough and Rowdy Ways could have come out then.
Right. So what is it like to direct? First of all, what is it like to direct?
Reality, the truth of the world.
Yeah. What is it like to direct
work with Bob Dylan? It's a life. It was interesting because he had never really done an actual movie before, so he didn't know about things like marks or blocking. So he would just wander into the scene and wander around, and he wouldn't land where he was supposed to land, and he wouldn't come in on cue. And we had only 20 days to shoot that movie. So I eventually came up with a system where his stand-in, who was a great guy, would actually walk through the scene with the other actors, like Jeff Bridges and John Goodman, and Bob would watch.
Right.
And he would do the lines to stand-in, and he would hit the marks, and then Bob would step in and basically do an impression of the stand-in, and that's how he got that. That's how he got that performance.
I mean, it's effective. Like, he works he's so compelling to look at. And of course he has this sort of cowboy look going on and the mustache, and he's very good on camera. I mean,
He's great. He's great. He's like a Clint Eastwood type. That's what I wanted him to be, that kind of almost like Buster Keaton, Clint Eastwood, stone face.
Yeah.
No emotions portrayed on his face, you know?
Yeah, I think it is like sort of like where you can just put him in and things can happen around him and he can just be sort of the center and the anchor.
He's like a cipher that kind of draws all this energy, you know, and literally in the making of the movie, that's how it worked as well.
Where did you shoot that in town? Like at a studio? You shot at some backlot or some soundstage, right?
We shot in downtown LA. We shot on the streets of downtown LA, and then we shot in the Masonic Temple on Wilshire, and then we shot in a soundstage somewhere in the Deep Valley, where he would go take a walk at lunchtime in his khakis and his hoodie, and he'd walk around these neighborhoods, and the police grabbed him a couple of times, and he was like, no, I'm Bob Dylan. They were like, yeah, right.
That happened to him in New Jersey, right? That was a big story a few years ago, like 10 years ago in New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
He went for a stroll, and he was like looking in windows. So
yeah. He's done it around the world where he kind of just wanders through, and he is masked and anonymous in a very strange way.
Right.
He's not hiding himself, but he is anonymous at the same time, and is able to that's how he's able to stay in the real world, actually.
Yeah, I mean, so you guys kind of wrote it. You guys wrote it together, right?
We sat in a cubicle in his boxing gym while he chain smoked. I was not smoking cigarettes at the time, and he was chain smoking. And we'd sit in this little cubicle, and we wrote for about a year together in that cubicle, about 12 hours a day. It was
Jesus Christ.
Amazing experience.
Boxing gym?
It was incredible.
Ask about that,
incredible, life-changing experience.
Were there days or even weeks in that experience where you're like, how are we going to do this? Or was there points where you're like, this is hard, too much? Like, that sounds like a lot of writing. Sounds like a lot of ideas. Did it ever feel like this is not going to happen?
I reached the point with Bob where I felt comfortable enough where if he suggested something, I could say, you know, Bob, I don't know about that. Like, he had a line in the movie about being a pig without a wig. And I said, you know, Bob, even in this movie, that line doesn't make any sense. You know, nobody's going to understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And he said, what's so bad about misunderstanding?
Yeah.
And that kind of cracked my head open. It's like, what is so bad about misunderstanding, really? He's already been understood.
Yeah.
He's curious about what happens beyond that process.
So
everything was a learning experience. You had to stay in that moment, you know?
How much did you love the Rolling Thunder review that those guys did? I mean, what a head trip that was.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was a total goof.
He made a movie from that experience called Ronaldo and Clara, which
I have a poster up in my room of that.
Yes, exactly. It's like 4.5 hours long. It's very unstructured. And this was kind of an attempt to sort of structure something, but keep it in that kind of loose form that Ronaldo and Clara had.
Right. What's your relationship with him now after that movie? Did he just kind of go off and do his next thing? And he's not the kind of guy that like stays in touch with people too much?
Yeah, I tell people that you don't become friends with Bob Dylan. You just temporarily amuse him. and that's I was one of the people that came along and temporarily amused him during that project.
Right.
I'm sure we would have a warm moment if I saw him today, but I have not seen him probably since like a couple of concerts after the movie or something. You know.
Oh man. I love it. He's so fascinating and such a mystery and so kind of inspirational to me in a very weird way that maybe people don't get or don't understand. But I don't want to keep you all day. You
have a savant-like quality, Tim. Like, again, I don't know you that well.
Why don't we become friends? Where do you live? You're on the west side?
You're a real person, and I know you're a family man and all that stuff. I live up in the mountains, actually, pretty far away. So pretty isolated, actually. But, you know, what I was going to say was that you have that same savant-like quality. Like, there's nobody that's doing what you're doing. You have a very original voice. And that's really the same thing as Bob, you know.
Yeah.
Bob trusts his instincts like you do, you know.
I'm like David Crosby. I hate you. These guys behind me better pay attention to this. They show me no respect. Listen, I know because we follow each other on Twitter, and you've said we've kind of exchanged things back and forth. And then I found out that you were coming into Absolutely talk to Dave about stuff, and I just couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it that, again, you're just up there high on the mountain as far as guys go that have influenced me, that have influenced culture, comedy. Doug, do you have a question for Larry?
You know what? I was.
Well, it's time.
I was saying, I think I was emailing you about about an editing project. Remember? I'm that guy that you were emailing.
No. Which was this?
You sent me an email.
Hi, Doug.
Hi.
Oh yeah, hi, Doug.
And you know Vic, of course, right?
Doug, I love your work. I love your work as well, Doug. I think you're fantastic. You guys are doing something really, really amazing to me. The whole Absolutely concept, Tim and Doug, is brilliant to me as well. And I admire you for being able to figure that system out as well, because that's tough.
It is
in
tough.
the media landscape.
It's tough.
I'd be curious. Someday I want to talk to you in more detail about your system and your operation and how you are so prolific and so original and able to keep perpetuating that stuff, because it's amazing to me.
Maybe I'll do that thing where I come up and visit you in the mountains, you know, and do that thing that
anytime, man,
that people do. They go, I went up and I was up there. It was isolated, and we talked about our craft. I want to get into that.
Maybe
I'm a lifer. You know what, Larry? I was thinking of, speaking of Dylan. There's people, we like me, Doug, Vic is becoming this way now. Neil Hamburger, Eric, that we've made this choice. This is what we're going to end up doing for the rest of our lives in some form or fashion. And it's like, this I have no choice. I'm committed to what this.
That's right.
This journey.
That's a good place to be.
Yeah.
No fallback positions.
There's
no
nowhere
fallback positions.
No.
Standing on the cliff. That's where you have to be to do great art.
Yeah. If you're following me, get in for a long and bumpy ride, because I'm going to be like Dylan. I'm going to be making questionable content. I'm going to be making content that makes you go, oh boy. But then I'm going to come back.
But Bob Dylan has done that too. Bob Dylan has done many things that make no sense whatsoever, that weren't entertaining.
Yeah.
But he was never daunted by that.
Right.
He's encouraged by failure, which is a key to being a great artist. You know, you must embrace failure.
Yeah. I fail every week on this show in certain ways. All right, Larry, I'm going to hit you up once the things get back to normal and try to get together with you in person, because, you know, I think seems like we'd get along.
Tim, maybe
anytime, man.
Okay.
Maybe
anytime.
Larry can amuse you for a little while.
Well, let me know, and we'll hang out and we'll talk. So we'll put a camera on and let me ask you some questions.
Okay.
I would really enjoy that as well.
Okay, cool. I love it. All right, Larry, I'll let you go. Peace to you. Peace and love.
Okay. Nice to see you. I'll talk to you guys.
Okay,
see you
bye.
all later. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
So long.
Well, that was phenomenal.
That was pretty incredible.
Boy, is my head getting big over here.
Oh.
Yikes, we need to pop
That
a
was
pin
bad. We're going to have to do some
You gotta
damage
bring
to
me
the
back
show
down to
after that.
earth. Somebody ream me. Well, you know what? I deserve it because I get so much shit from assholes on the internet. What somebody called our podcast an inorganic podcast.
It's mean.
What about Sebastian Medina? Sebastian Medina.
What is that? Is that an insult, an inorganic?
I would say so.
Yeah, I
Anything?
don't know what that even.
Hey, Sebastian.
What could it be?
Can we bring Sebastian up?
Let's hear it.
I didn't.
I see. All right, man.
Sebastian.
You ever go to Subway? That's a whole afternoon at that.
What is that?
Sebastian Maniscalco.
What are you, nuts?
That
What
guy's
are you
nuts.
doing?
He's funny, though.
Have we talked about that guy?
With his MTV.
Yeah, I mean,
I think we did.
yeah, I think he's funny enough, you know. But
yeah.
He did this. What the fuck? We must have talked about this. He did the MTV Video Music Awards or whatever.
He was the host.
As the host, And he came out, and it was like the most. Nobody knew who he was, and he was doing this shit like, my mom's cooking smells like onions, and like the audience was like 16-year-old girls. It was the weirdest mismatch ever.
What are you, nuts?
Anyways.
Nice, bro.
Who's on the line now? Sebastian.
Well, what's your name, though?
Me.
Oh, you know what? By the way, I'm slowly choking because of this tie, this jumbo tie. It's been
What's
just
your
like
name? Like Chad
lightly
or some shit?
choking me all day. Oh,
what up, guys? Everybody good or what?
Who's there, Sebastian? How can we help you today?
I don't know.
Glad you could drop in.
What are you doing? Do you have anything to talk about? Or are you just joining, just hanging out in the Zoom room?
I'm just chilling.
Peace to you. All right.
Bye-bye.
Go away. Goodbye. How about a Tim to Tim? Tim Leveroni. What the hell kind of name is Leveroni? What is it? Pepperoni?
Hey, Tim Heidecker.
Hey, Tim Leveroni. What's next? Tim Pepperoni?
Hey, how about macaroni? How about Tony Baloney?
Hey, how about Tim Pierogi Bologna, Mr. Pepperoni? Huh?
Mummy. Hey, how about greaseball to greaseball?
Yeah, what are you doing there, Tim? Hey, what's that? Your wife?
You getting my hair cut?
You getting your hair cut?
That is my wife. You getting
it's good to be home.
Cut.
What's going on, Tim? How can I help you today? You enjoying the show today?
Oh, I'm just happy to hear it. Yeah, I want to shout out to Megan, who was on earlier. I'm a big fan of the grocery outlet. We call it the Gross Out here in California.
Okay.
You follow with that mouth?
Okay. Oh, listen, we got a big news. We've got Luke Wilson over here. He's going by Benno. Luke Wilson, or is that David Arquette? I can't tell.
Yeah, I can see that.
Benno.
Go fuck yourself.
Benno.
Wait, Luke Wilson of Owen Wilson and Luke Wilson fame?
Of Bottle Rocket?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yeah.
Wait, so you just dumped that guy just because
Tim?
Hello?
Tim Leveroni? I had enough of Tim Leveroni.
See the handsome man.
You didn't say bye or anything. It was just like, look what we got here.
What were you thinking?
So now you want me to say hi and bye to everybody?
Yeah.
And
Hi, Dad.
what's going
You
on?
follow with that mouth?
Benno.
Not much. How you guys doing?
Oh.
Baby.
Hello? Hello?
Yes. Benno, listen, big announcement.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Big announcement. This is a huge announcement.
Okay. Yes.
Just get into what you want to talk about. This whole how you doing?
How you doing? Hey, Tim.
How you doing?
Hi.
You doing?
How are you?
I'm doing the show. How do you
I don't
think
know
I'm
what I
doing?
want to talk about. I don't know. I wanted to talk about you guys were talking about K9 earlier.
Yeah.
And
I don't have too many
you
notes
were
I don't have too
talking
many
about-
thoughts on that, but
no. Didn't you say that there were how do you say, like there's K9 and then there was another movie
Turner
with
and Hooch.
another adult, right?
Yes, Turner and Hooch.
Yeah, Turner and Hooch.
The Charles Grodin
Did
one.
they come out in the same year?
Beethoven.
No, we got Beethoven too. Don't forget Beethoven.
Did they come out in the same year? I don't know. I'm not
Did they come out?
IMDb.com. I don't memorize the release dates of movies anymore. I don't do that.
And that was like Jack Frost,
yeah.
like the Michael Keaton one was announced, and then they came out with the Jack Frost horror thing. Like
Hey, speaking of which, Jack Frost is the pseudonym Bob
was
Dylan
the
goes
dog
by when he produces records on his own.
What?
He goes by Jack Frost.
What has he produced?
His own records.
Oh, his own stuff. Okay.
And then Cujo came out.
Cujo was earlier. By the way, big family update. My daughter got over her fear of Chunk Sloth from the Goonies, and she watched it, and now she loves that movie.
That's awesome.
All right, folks, that's the show.
Shabbat shalom.
Wait,
thank you
did
all.
he have a question? Did he finish his thing?
We don't let anybody.
Hey, folks, welcome.
What do you got to say, man?
No, his question was, how you doing?
Oh, that's it. You get one question.
Oh, no, it was about
Like
K9.
Jeez, one question.
No, it was all right.
I'll try next week.
Listen, sorry we didn't get, but if you're a member of the Patreon community, we're going to jump right over to office hours after hours, and we'll take your calls throughout until around 12:15 today. So come on back. Maybe we'll talk to our Grateful Dead fans some more, and Thank you so much to Megan Koester and to the great Larry Charles and to the great Megan Koester. I don't know why I keep. I use it. Thanks to Megan and also the number one. But apologies for the tech problems during his call. But thank God, we got that fixed. We got a half hour left on the baffle, the raffle to win bow. We have now raised over $6,000, I think, last time we checked, for the Innocence Project. So definitely get online and find out how to enter that raffle today in the next half hour. Thanks, everybody. All the best. Love you. Happy July 4th. If you celebrate, if you don't, enjoy thinking of me on the road up in the mountains of Montana. That's where I'll be, visiting my sister. Peace to you, love to you. Doug, Vic, Matt, Wes, thank you for all the work you've done, and we'll see you in a couple weeks. Peace out.
Thank you.
Truth is truth, and if they then decide to live with lies, that's their concern. They're free to fantasize.